Tired of your ordinary, boring life in a red state? Why not visit California? California is a premium state with premium ideas. We've got the highest housing prices, gas, and taxes of any state. And more is always better. Come see our breathtaking beaches, our majestic, mostly peaceful forests, or come to see a family-friendly Dodger game. There are always plenty of free campsites. And the best part, you can go to the bathroom anywhere you want. No questions asked. Want to meet new people? We've got you covered. With a huge wave of illegal immigrants coming over the border each and every day. Hola, senors. Diversity is our El Strengtho. You may have heard it's expensive here, but not to worry. Try a smash and grab. We won't stop you. We've got everything the red states have. Well, except for water, and electricity, and fresh air. Oh, and there's a lot of traffic. But hey, you might meet a real movie star, or even Kirk Cameron. So come on down to a state where the possibilities are endless. And so are the taxes, and crime, and cost of living, and regulations, and woke nonsense in schools, and blackouts, and the brownouts, and the wildfires, and the earthquakes, and the sewage spills, and the droughts, and much more. California, a little taste of America's future.
Somewhere in the city that defined holiday magic is a man who wants a little eggnog with his mistletoe. And that guy would like to carol you. Featuring the musical stylings of Mel Tunney and the Dream in Color Singers. Just ahead tonight, she is an independent woman putting America before everything else. Carrie Sheffield. Paul Benny, security expert, weighs in on the attack of the drones. Hilton Beckham with the America First policy people. Sketch comedy from Dude Dad and the Baroness Von Sketch. And in the spotlight, it's Ed Sheeran. And now, from Times Square, a man who would like to be remembered for much more than just the data that the drones stole from him. Here's the Kevin!
So you think you're pretty funny, Dave, because you're making fun of the yes. But you know what? You're not, because there are people freaking out about this everywhere. It's absolutely repulsive how people have responded to this. Welcome to the weekend. Glad you're with us. Hope you're not being videotaped or mind zapped or body lifted or whatever else these things are doing. It started about a month ago here in New Jersey, and yet here it is a month later, and it's happening more and more. You got reports down from Maryland. You got one from the Philadelphia area. Now, admittedly, Maryland and Delaware aren't that far from New Jersey. Philadelphia is just over the border from New Jersey. There was one spotted in Connecticut yesterday. That's not that far from New Jersey, and now they've seen them in Westchester, New York. But basically, if you're in the New Jersey radius, for some reason, things are flying through the sky that nobody knows about. And if you want to see, look, at first, a month ago, I was like, oh, whatever, something's flying through. So someone flew their drone through the sky. Oh, what's your big deal? That's not the thing anymore, because now everybody is seeing them. Everybody is videotaping them, and you've got yahoos that are in the federal government who go on Martha McCallum, who really suffers no fools, and they say stuff like this idiot, John Kirby. What?
People were unhappy with that comment that you made yesterday and felt like you were, telling people that they were nuts or that they didn't know what they were seeing with their own eyes.
No, not at all, Martha. That's the farthest thing that I would ever do. I was simply reiterating what the FBI and what the Department of Homeland Security have relayed to us about what they've been able to corroborate. And we haven't been able to corroborate everything. I said many of the corroborated sightings
that's weird.
have turned out to be piloted aircraft. I didn't say all of them, and what I said was those are the ones we were able to corroborate. There's certainly ones that we have not been able to, and we don't know the answer to it. And I strongly recommend that for folks that are seeing these things and documenting them to share that as they can with Department of Homeland Security and the
All right,
FBI,
well,
the
let's do that.
investigators.
Let's share it with you right now. Let's put up this photo. This is the close-up one. Here we go. This is in Bernardsville, New Jersey. So, John, are you able to see this photo?
No, ma'am.
You don't have a monitor there?
No, actually, I turned the monitor off. It distracts me, so I didn't see
all
it. I'm
right.
sorry.
Well, you'll have to take a look at it after, but I can describe it to you. It is large. It has a white bar that goes through the middle. The right-hand side is half lit up white on the top and red on the bottom. The other side is green. So what would that, you're a former military person yourself. You're an admiral. You're the White House National Security Communications advisor. I'm sure you have seen some of these images. So what is that we're looking at?
It's difficult for me to tell you, Martha. We don't really know. It is possible that some of these things could be commercial drones, developed for commercl purposes. It's possible that they could be owned by private citizens.
But why don't we
and be
know,
some
John?
sort of
That's
drones.
the point. Why doesn't the United States government know? It seems silly. I mean, it feels a lot like the Chinese spy balloon. It was like, oh, we don't know. It's not a problem. Then we watched it go all the way across the country, and we kept hearing, we're not really sure where it came from until we saw it popped and, floated down over the ocean.
That's not quite how it went. We were very honest with the American people.
Bingo and on par for Martha MacCallum. Good for her. Nailing John Kirby to the wall. You're going to treat this. You're going to say, first of all, you have the guts to tell we, the American people who felt lied to nearly every day of your administration, that you told us the truth about the Chinese spy balloon. You have the gall to say that you were honest with us about that. What are you smoking? I can't understand how someone who serves in the public service can look at what happened there and come back to us and say, and with straight face, well, we really did. We were straight honest with the American. No, you weren't. And it wasn't until we did get a lot more data on it and understand what it was, leaked in various ways to the public, that you were even willing to tell us the truth. And you let that thing go across our country unmolested the entire time it was here, parking itself over a lot of our sensitive sites. What type of absolute moron do you take us for? This is why we voted your backside out in November. And you can't get out of here fast enough as far as most of us are concerned. But having said that, so we're supposed to take the word of that guy there who's a supposed, well, he's not supposed, he served his country in uniform, he's a retired admiral, and he's, chief communications officer for President, what's his name, who literally doesn't know his own name. And you have to sit here and you have to measure, what is he telling us? And yeah, he's smooth with the words and he tries to polish it all over and make it all look good. But the fact is, we still have SUV-sized aircraft flying over the most populous state in the United States, snapping what kind of data up from us, who knows? And they don't know what it is. We're supposed to believe that with a straight face. Well, I'm going to dig on it for you a little bit tonight. We've got a security expert that's going to join us, and drone detection and analyzation happens to be one of the expertise of this particular expert. Paul Benny is his name, of Sentinel Consulting. But friends, what better understanding do you have to have of the current administration than for them to be knowing, and our FAA and our military control our sovereign airspace. We can track a drone that takes off in Tehran and tries to drop payload in Tel Aviv. From this side of the planet, we can see that. We can trace when it takes off. We can trace when it supposedly wants to drop its load or land or wherever else. We can chase that thing all over the universe and shoot it down if we want to. What kind of garbage is our government giving us here in the final days of the Biden administration? They think that this, we don't really know what it is going to fly. Literally. No, it's not. And good for the American people posting their own videos all over social media. And you need to be ringing Congress saying, what is your problem? 202-224-3121. We deserve answers. These aren't fixed-wing aircraft. These are not airplanes. They don't exhibit the traits of helicopters. Someone's flying stuff very close to our people. It looks like for the duration and the time that they're up there that they're doing something, that they have some sort of mission. The American people are owed an answer. 202-224-3121. Call your senator, call your congressman, and demand that they get to the bottom of this. 202-224-3121. 202-224-3121. We are also in the final stages, friends. We've got 18 ladies that we have not helped get liberated from Sudan this year that we said we would. We're at 190 slaves liberated with 18 to go. We need your help. Please go to bringherhome.org and make a difference in a woman's life that only you can make. No one else can do it. 888-342-1010 or bringherhome.org. Coming right back, Kevin McCullough.
That Kevin Show.